Okay, here's the video to go with that email I sent, C major / A minor. And like I said, this run starts on the E string, 3rd fret. Hammer to the 5th. A string do the same thing, so okay. E 3rd, E 5th, A 3rd, A 5th. I'm sliding to the 7th fret. Next note is the 5th fret of the D string. Next note is the 7th fret of the D string. Next note is the 5th fret of the G string. Next note is the 7th fret of the G string. I'm going to slide to the 9th fret. Now, the B string, I'm hitting with my index finger at the 8th fret, then hammering to the 10th fret, then same thing on the E string, and hammer to the 10th and slide to the 12th. Okay, that little 8-10 that I kept mentioning. That's where you're going to squeeze some notes out of. Okay, take the 10th fret of the E string, just like it said, and bend it. Okay, you got 4 notes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, learn to go back down the way you came up. So. And learn to use that little tremolo like that. Squeeze a little of that out of it when you every chance you get. Okay, that's C major, which has the same notes as your A minor. Okay, your A minor box at the 5th fret is this. It's what I call the horizontal run. You've got that box, so you've got the pictures of it. So it's 5th fret, 8th fret on the E string, 5th, 7th on the A, 5th, 7th on the D, 5th, 7th on the G, 5th, 8th on the B, 5th, 8th on the E. Okay, that bend I was talking about that you can do at the 8th fret, and then also play the 5th fret of the E string without bending it, is this. You'll get some juice out of that. So these fit on top of each other, the C run and the A. So I can go up like that and then come back down to my box if I want to, and it resolves to the A. Remember I said the note it resolves to is what your ear's going to hear. So when it resolves to that A, you're hearing A minor. When it resolves to C, you're hearing that. Of course, they'll all work, and you just listen for where you think it sounds good, basically. What I did there Okay, hammer from the 5th to the 8th. And instead of hammering from the 5th to the 7th on the A string, I'm going to do it chromatically. So I'm going to go through every note. I'm going to hit the 6th and the 7th fret. So learn them forward and backward. That's your box. You don't have to play it all the way through every time, but learn it all the way through. Good. Okay. So I can just instead of just starting on the G here note, I can just fly into it off the A string. The bend on that is the G string at the 7th fret. What I call the main bend, which in the C major you're bending to the 3rd, in a minor you're bending to the 5th note of the scale. So in either case, right there, I'm bending from a D to an E. So I'm bending that, then I'm hitting the B without bending it with my pinky. Bending the G to the 7th fret, hitting the B at the 8th fret without bending. Or bend the 8th and hit the 5th fret, bend the 8th on the B string, hit the 5th fret on the E, unbent. Or up here, okay, I want to find I'm bending, my main bend is from a D to an E when I'm doing this. So where's my D? Up here somewhere. Here's the B string. So there's a C note, C sharp. There's my D right there at the 15th fret on the B string. So I can bend that at the 15th fret on the B string, hit that E string without bending it. Or hit it at the 12th fret without bending it. Whoops, whoops. Here we go. The run at the top of the neck, I explained this once. Okay, this is your A minor. Open E, hammer to the 3rd fret on the E. Open A, hammer to the 3rd fret on the A. Then open D, hammer to the 2nd fret on the D. Open G, hammer to the 2nd fret on the G. B string at the 1st fret, hammer to the 3rd fret, E string, open, and then 3rd fret. Okay, at the 12th fret you would do the same thing. And remember, you can use your bend at the 15th fret, B string. do a little vibrato, tremolo. Takes a little. Okay, that would actually go with a G chord. So that same note can be played at the 17th fret on the G string. So everywhere you got that note, you can do that. 7th fret on the G, 3rd fret on the B, 15th fret on the B, 17th fret on the G, and that's your box. Down here at the 17th fret, instead of doing it here, instead of doing it at the 5th fret, do it at the 17th. You do the same thing. Throw a little. Okay. One more thing I want to show. Okay. This bend here. To get to that, we're going to start on a G somewhere. So where's your G? Here's your A string. Oh, there's a G note, 10th fret of the A string. That's where my starting point is, my reference point. It's the reference point for the C scale. The way I do it is the G note to make the pentatonic. So I'm going to do the C major run starting at the 10th fret on the A string. Okay. Okay, I see where I'm landing at on that 14th fret of the D right there when I come at it. Okay, instead of playing this little lower part where I start on the 10th fret, I can just come from way down and land on the 14th fret and take it from there the rest of the run. So you can use little bits and pieces of this run to create, you know, what you want to hear. Okay, I'll turn on a little A minor background and do the same things. And here it is, the one I used right there. Okay, here we go. Now watch. All of these are either the boxes or that C major run. Or pieces of it. Okay, here's the bend at the 10th. Okay, I'm going to just fly to the 14th fret of the D string.